Hi everyone, how you doing? Hope you're having a blessed day. Let's talk about today, how do you fill the void after a breakup, after a divorce? There's no sense of you going right away looking for another relationship, because you may bring those same habits, those same patterns into a new relationship. So you need to spend some time working on yourself, figuring out who you are as a person and how to get back your mojo. I think sometimes after a breakup, we want to rush into a relationship so we could feel loved, so that we can have companionship or just to be with someone. But I think you need to spend some time starting the healing journey, and focusing on you, focusing on self love and building yourself up again, finding out who you are as a person. Sometimes we're so quick to be in a relationship because there may be some unhidden trauma that you haven't dealt with, wanting to feel loved or what have you. But I think it's just time to work on yourself. Seek therapeutic services if you need to. Find a new hobby, but I think that we truly need to find out who we are as a person, to build us up so when the next opportunity for a relationship opens up, you'll be ready. You'll know who you want in a person, the qualities that you're looking for, and things that you will not accept. There's non negotiables, things that, hey, if he doesn't treat his mom right, what makes you think he's going to treat you right, right? And how does he or she respond to when you get into an argument? There's some things that you just need to have some time to think about. These are the things that I will accept, the things that I won't accept. But again, getting back to how do you fill that void is number one, spend some quality time with yourself. What do you like about yourself? What are some things that you don't like about yourself? Because, yeah, we do have some things that we don't like about ourselves. And then secondly, spend time praying, right? Spend time in the presence of the Lord so he can begin to show you some things. And thirdly, do things that you haven't done before. Travel to a new country, travel to a new city, go out biking or exercising, spending time with family. But there's always opportunities to try new things. Making new friends is another thing. Sometimes it's hard making new friends as adults, but you can do it. And I think also finding out again what your passion is, what's going to stir you up again, where you're finding that joy and that happiness. For me, it's gardening, planting, buying plants, what else do I like to do? Shoot, reading, things of that nature. But again, you can do it. Don't look for another person to fill that void because they will never be able to. Ask God to fill what's missing in your heart, what's to fill that empty space, and he will do it. Sometimes it's getting alone by yourself and being happy with yourself, but you have to be intentional about doing that. Sometimes it's getting alone and just spending time with the Lord and having him fill you, fill those empty spaces, those spaces where you may be hurting. And it doesn't always have to be hurt or sadness, right? You can be joyful, you could be full of peace, and God too will just begin to speak with you. But again, Don't be looking for other relationships to fill that void, because you may get into a worse situation than you already than what you came out of. So it's okay to be single. It's okay to be by yourself for a minute. You know, it's okay. I'm giving you permission to do so. Okay, so just wanted to bring that to you, that hey, God will fill that void. Don't look in other negative ways or opportunities to fill that void. Just spend that time, you know, in the presence of the Lord. Spend that time getting to know who you are as a person again, right? And you can do it. You just have to be intentional about doing it. So, love you guys. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.